Hi, I'm Darrell,
And I'm Elia.
and we are Black Nerdy Scholars. All last week, during the episode, I kept saying how that episode is going to be the last episode of Black History Month. We got a whole other week left. I goofed that. I don't know what happened there. Yeah,
It's cool
they're
because
gonna be calling me light skinned in the comments. Darn light bright want to cut off the week of.
No, they're gonna say that you were just doing it according to how much time you get allocated as a light skin.
I'm not biracial. I'm just light.
Wait, does that only apply to biracial people?
By genes, I'm pretty sure I've seen it more so where it's like biracials only get half of the month.
Okay, my fault.
I'm not mixed. I'm just light.
Wait, I don't want y'all to think I said that because Darrell is mixed. My fault.
No, we're fun. We're having fun. We're friends. There's no animosity here. You guys don't get to make that joke. But I digress. Yeah, we got a whole other week of Black History Month. What have you done any black shit recently? What's the blackest thing you've been doing?
Oh, I made this podcast.
Boom.
What about
there
you?
It is. You heard it here first, folks.
I do
this
have
is
a
the
book
blackest
I
thing
read,
that you can.
I haven't read it
what's
yet.
the book you want to read?
Oh, it's the one I mentioned. It's The Leaving Room. It's only like...
Oh, I thought you've already read it.
Oh, no. It was the one I was...
Okay.
It was for Michael's book club this month, so I wanted to read
it. Right. You did mention that.
But it's only like 2.5 hours, so I'm like, I need to just read it.
The book that I want to read is James by Percival Everett. It came out last year, I believe, and it won a bunch of awards and stuff like that. And it is a retelling of Huck Finn from Edward Jim's point of view.
I want to read that.
Yeah. I've heard it's really good from most people, but from people that I respect more, I've heard it's all right. It's okay. All right. But I do like Percival Everett. I feel he's also the one that wrote Erasure, which if any of you haven't read the book, it's also the one that got adapted into the film American Fiction, if you've seen that.
Who's in that?
What is his name? Glasses, light skin. He's in Westworld.
Glasses, light.
He's in the Batman. Hold on, I gotta look at it because he's great. I love him. He's in a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Wright's in it. Issa Rae's in it.
Oh, cool.
I think Sterling K. Brown is in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie. I've only read the book, but I've read the book like 5 times. Yeah, that's the book I want to read, James.
Yeah,
I'm really interested in it. I'm surprised. I'm surprised there aren't more books like that.
More different perspective books.
Yeah, but I'm actually going to retract that immediately because I'm sure there are. I just haven't heard of them. I haven't done the due diligence to find the books that I say I want to see. Right. Which is something that I hate it when people do that I want to try to stop doing. It's like, am I the only one that no, you're not. And it's like, oh, I wish this thing existed. Well, I haven't looked. I haven't looked to see if it existed yet. So yeah, that's how things been. How's your week been?
Oh, it's been nice. It's been rainy, so it's a nice change.
Yeah.
I canceled class today because I thought it was gonna pour again because it was pouring on Tuesday when I had class, and then it didn't rain. So now I'm like, wow, you're welcome for the free day, kiddos. Yeah. I mean, actually not free day because they're supposed to be working on their proposals.
They're not doing that.
Oh yeah,
they're not working on those proposals.
Yeah.
The opposite happened here. Like the sun came out this week and the snow melted and it's been really nice. Yeah, that's been good.
Yeah.
What have you been consuming?
Oh,
watching, playing.
Let's see. I watched Heated Rivalry in one sitting. That was
sorry, go ahead.
No, I know you didn't like it.
I'm listening. I didn't like it. It's fine.
I enjoyed it.
It's fine. I didn't like it.
I had a very good time.
I liked the back half.
And I think, yeah, I think Connor Story is a very nice actor, so I want to see him
Which
in
one is
other.
that?
Elia?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think he did better than the one that played Shane.
Yeah, I think he's a stronger actor.
For sure.
I enjoyed them both, but I'm like, Connor, I see something in your Greek statue body.
Yeah.
Oh, and
With
I
your
also watched
fat ass. Yeah.
his ass is really.
His ass is crazy.
But you know what? All the the speed ice skaters and a lot of ice skaters, they all have fat asses because it's like a
Period.
lunge workout,
I
basically.
gotta get in there. I gotta start ice skating.
For sure.
For the
You want that
kicks.
super donk.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I started Industry, which I'm thinking is
Yeah, a new season just started.
yeah, with Kit Harington. They're milking the fuck out of him getting tore up from behind, I gotta say, because that's all I've been seeing.
He
on,
gets tore from behind?
Yeah, I'm guessing
Is it hot?
He did look hot, so I see why they're milking
Period.
it, because everyone wants to see Kit Harington get fucked from the back, so, they want to see
You
Don
heard it here
Snow.
first, folks. Everyone wants to see Kit Harington get fucked from the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is Industry about? Like, I know I've seen the first episode, like I've seen the pilot, and I
Yeah.
don't think I watched anymore. All I know is the one dude from Rush Hour 1 is in it.
Yeah.
Like one of the bad guys from Rush Hour 1 is in it.
Yeah. So I'm like, there's these people in this industry. Honestly, I thought it was
That's the name of the show.
Yeah. But I'm guessing the industry is, I could be completely wrong about this, whatever the hell is happening on Wall Street with all the people who sit around in those rooms on the computers and
all those fake ass jobs where they're trading imaginary money for imaginary monies using other people's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that part of the show, like, I don't understand that, but I don't know if the show is necessarily, the point is to like understand exactly what they're doing. But honestly, it's wild. Like, spoiler alert, someone dies the first episode. It was a great way to highlight, I guess, the like toxicity of such a workplace. And I found it like very jarring how, how quickly they move on. It's like this dude dies in the bathroom. It's like, all right, first of all, nobody's telling anybody shit. Second of all, keep working. Also, keep working as hard as he was working, but like, make sure you're covering your bases. Like, people have to know you're leaving work. So we want you to do as much work as he's doing, but don't make it seem like, you're sleeping on the job, sleeping at work and shit. And I was like, wow, this is
the sweet taste of capitalism.
Like, I know nothing about this industry, but
that's the name of the show. That's the name of the show.
But I feel like this is probably what it's really like.
Yeah, no, that sounds miserable.
Also,
those people.
Yeah, it was cool seeing the. Oh no! Wait, what were you gonna say?
No. I was gonna say, I want to say those people have to be miserable, but no, some of them probably love it.
Wait,
they
honestly,
love swimming in money, I guess.
One of the main characters, one of the most popular characters, her whole thing is she comes across very much like a sociopath. So a lot of, I could see,
you got to be a little bit of a sociopath to do that job for sure. Yeah. Can I talk about movies for a second?
Of course.
For Black History Month and for Valentine's Day, as if, I don't know why I said it like that, as if Valentine's Day isn't always in Black History Month, but I did a movie marathon with my girlfriend.
Ooh,
and it was really good. And we watched Love and Basketball.
I always hear about that one. I haven't seen it though.
You haven't seen? Oh, you're a little younger. This is probably a little bit before you.
Although I did get roasted for not watching movies like this.
What do you think, based on your cultural understanding of Love and Basketball to be about?
There's a girl and a boy, and they both really like basketball. And they fall in love. And I'm guessing, like, all movies related to sports and love, it's like, what are you gonna give up? Like High School Musical, like, what are you gonna give up in the name of love? Are you gonna give up basketball? And I feel like maybe I hear it's like a mixed match in what the woman has to give up versus the man. And then honestly, that's all I know. All I know is also, whatever happens with the girl, everyone seems to have like dissenting opinions about that. Like,
yeah, so you got most of it, but I think guys, let me ask. Based on what you know, would you describe it as a romance?
Would I describe it as a romance, or
Like
for me personally,
genrically?
would I?
Like as in the genre of the film, not and do you find it to be romantic?
Um,
Again, not having seen the movie,
I would
based on what you
say
know.
I would say yes, because I'm glad I clarified that. Because even if I don't think it's a good romance, I feel like it would still count, even if it's shit. If that makes sense.
Okay, I thought all the same thing. I've seen Love and Basketball multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Like my family had on DVD. I've watched it a bunch when I was a kid. But I haven't seen it in a while, and I knew it existed in the imaginary, the black imaginary,
Yeah,
in a
yeah, for
certain
sure.
way, as this like it's a romance, but it's actually really not romantic. It's really toxic. Is kind of the vibe. And having watched it again, I realized that that is wrong. That is, I think, fundamentally misunderstanding Love and Basketball. I think the movie is not a romance. It is just about the relationship between these two people. But it's not framed as if it is a romance. It's like a film. It's like a pure film. It
Oh,
reads
cool.
almost like a novel.
Oh,
Just like I guess not millennial, that would have been too late, but like just a modern contemporary novel. It feels like a novel, right? Because one, it's broken up into chapters, obviously to match the theme of basketball, they split into quarters, but still there are like chapters to it. And it's when they are kids, when they are teenagers, when they are in college, and when they are both adults, like post college. And it doesn't hit the same beats as a romance traditionally does. It's a romance traditionally is like meet cute, fun and games, right? Like the meeting next to each other. Getting to a point where something has to give. There has to be some sort of sacrifice made that like they don't make. There's that little bit of a dip to their fall, and then they get back together at the end, right? It doesn't follow that. It follows like a similar up and down, but it doesn't follow that, right? Because it's when they're kids, they clearly like each other, but they're kids, and they both play basketball. There's this whole thing. Goes to when they're teenagers, they clearly kind of like each other, but they haven't done anything. And then at the end of that, they like hook up for the first time, and then they go into college together, and they break up. Spoilers for Love and Basketball, this like 30-year-old movie. They break up not because it's like you got to choose the game or over me or anything like that. One of them, like the dude, crashes out because he can't process his dad's affair.
oh,
He's like his dad has an affair, and then he loses a game, and then he makes it her problem.
you know,
And it's the film was far. Sorry, you say your thing.
I was gonna like. It's sounding very like a coming of age story.
It's way more of a coming of age story than it is a romance in my book, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go to college together, like they break up because of like different gendered expectations, and then at the end, like they live part of their lives, both of them feel kind of incomplete, they come back together, and they have the infamous like I'll play you for your heart scene at the end. And if this were a romance, that'd be really corny and bad. But as a coming of age, it is a bookend.
Yeah.
They met on that basketball court, and they're bookending the like that story on that basketball court. It doesn't show the wedding, it doesn't show, there's no like at the very end, the very last scene in the film. Am I talking about Love and Basketball too much? I'm gonna finish this.
Keep
I'm almost
going.
done. Uh the last scene, it's celebrating her, because I realized having watching it, she's the protagonist. It's not really about both of them. It's kind of about her, and he's the second. He's the deuteragonist. It is her getting to play for the LA Sparks while he is on the bench with their daughter. Oh. But there's not a fanfare about them being together. There's fanfare about her getting to live the dream for both of them. And like them being able to tie their life together into something that like is good, right? It's much more of a coming age story. Yeah. I wanted to get that off because I've been thinking about it since. Like I think the acting in that film, not good. Acting, not very good. Score, great. They had some bangers in there. Acting, not very good. Even what's his name?
What's
the main dude? Omar Epps. Kind of phoned it in. Kind of phoned it in.
Not his
but
best work.
I loved the filmic parts. Like I liked the writing. Even I don't like the dialogue. I do like the writing. Yeah, I've just been like, I have been imagining this movie so fundamentally different for the past 30 years. And I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Huh. You know what? That made me feel better about watching it.
Yeah.
Being able to see it in a different lens, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of different lens go in glasses cover your eyes, smile with your eyes, America's Next Top Model. Boom. That's the transition. Hey, do you want to talk about America's Next Top Model?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about America's Next Top Model? Obviously, as earlier this week, as of the recording of this, the documentary about America's Next Top Model has come out. This 3-episode documentary on Netflix. And we both watched it.
Yes.
Oh boy. Hellish. Did you watch America's Next Top Model like when you were a kid?
I did watch it in passing a lot with my mom, but I didn't really.
Do you have any memories of it? Do you remember anything?
I feel like I remember certain challenges that kind of stuck with me in certain moments that I think stuck with a lot of people, like pop culture, like her yelling at Tiffany.
Yeah, we rooted for you.
Yes. I remember the tarantula photo shoot.
Uh-huh.
I remember this whole thing with they were making the models do shoots related to like their fears, and this one girl's fear was like being buried alive, and I remember them making her get buried alive.
Modeling.
Yes. So
yeah,
that seeing all of it put together in this format, one of my immediate thoughts is how, while the intention very much likely began with like, oh, you want a competition for models, for people to explore, you know, like taking pictures, learning how to walk, all that. I'm sure that was originally the intention, but I think those intentions are not necessarily compatible with the idea of what a reality TV competition is. And I don't even know, this wasn't even something I think anyone could have anticipated, since, you know, being on reality TV was like a newfound thing at this moment. And then hearing about
it was really only like the modern era of reality TV. Well, not the modern era. I think we're in a different era now. But the previous era of reality TV was only like 10 years old at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And it was associated with being like, you know, a little trashy.
With like Real World. Like,
if you
MTV Next.
Yeah, if you were somebody who wanted to be taken seriously in your whatever field of interest you were, reality TV was definitely not, I guess, the way. Whereas now we see a lot of people coming on reality TV to like gain like a following and views for whatever they're doing and whatnot. So, but good golly.
I had never seen a single episode.
Oh wow, yeah.
Of America's Next Top Model. I've been aware of it,
of course,
obviously. But when I sat down to watch the documentary, I was like incepted with so much familiarity that like, oh man, I absorbed way more of this show through cultural osmosis than I realized that
That's
I
a good
did.
word. Phrase.
Like I felt like I was Akira, like the flash just kept coming back. It's crazy. Like I realized I've watched so much of the show without ever having turned it on at least not on purpose. Like I think maybe one of my family members watched it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of the things that this is a little quick aside. One of the clips that they kept using in the documentary is a clip of Family Guy doing a riff
Yes.
of Next Top Model, specifically the "I rooted for you, we were all rooting for you" like monologue. And I realize how much of my cultural context for a lot of stuff has been Family Guy. Like Family Guy really did a lot of education in a way.
In a way, maybe
like I feel
people
like
associate with South Park a lot now.
Yeah. I haven't watched South Park in a while, so I can't speak on now. But I know when I watched I had a South Park phase, and it was in like 2013. I watched a lot then. Like their references. Ooh, excuse me. Their references were a lot more up to date when I was watching it.
Okay.
Whereas like Family Guy, because of the cutaway gag, they like the references, they could step outside of the story a little bit more to be like,
saying, yeah.
Hey, remember this movie from 20 years ago? Here it is, right? But yeah, and it actually, I think that kind of gets to a question that I wanted to ask is like, is there an equivalent of like a cultural almanac for the youth these days? Because in a way, that's kind of what Family Guy functioned as, at least for me, and a lot of the people that I've talked to. I can't speak for everyone, but like even people that didn't watch Family Guy knew a Family Guy, and if you knew a Family Guy, you like probably have seen, especially with how meme culture has evolved.
Yeah,
you've seen clips. Oops. You've seen clips of Family Guy.
Yeah, of course.
And like, is there something like that now?
Honestly, I'm not. I don't think so.
I guess it's just like TikTok sounds, like viral sounds.
There's not like a unified.
Actually, it is.
It is TikTok. It's just less. I think with TikTok,
it's less about knowledge. I think is I could see you wanting to agree, but feeling like there's something different. And I think the difference is I don't think TikTok kind of blurs the origin, whereas Family Guy like directly shows the original text, right? Because even in the context of America's Next Top Model, they'll use viral sounds from the show, but unless you click the sound, and even if you do click the sound, it might not have the original, and so all you know is that it's a sound from TikTok. I had that feeling going through Breaking Bad. Like I didn't realize
the Jesse sound.
Not sell drugs to my husband. Okay, like I didn't realize that was from Breaking Bad until I saw it, and I was like, "Whoa, I know you."
Yeah. Because I think with Family Guy, even with they're making the jokes, they're poking fun at this scenario. They had to do something other than just like restate what's happening, which I think happens a lot of TikTok. People are just lip syncing infamous cultural moments, whereas Family Guy would play with it, and I think in more of a way that was meant to like stick with you. But also like Family Guy, when they're doing these things, I don't think the idea of virality is not yet there.
Yeah.
Which like TikTok, a lot of it is about how many views can I get,
Yeah.
Which I think changed
like the entire weight of the text is not resting solely on how well one joke delivers.
Yeah.
Where like if the TikTok fails, no one sees it. No one saw it. It's not in there. But if a joke fails in Family Guy, it's just the worst joke of that episode.
Yeah. You're just not gonna remember that joke. Or maybe it's so bad you will. But
yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, shout out Seth MacFarlane for giving me the dictionary on culture from before I was born. Back to America's Next Top Model. This documentary went through all of the issues and controversies and dramas behind the scene of the show. And most of it I kind of already knew, but it is way worse seeing it. There was a lot more mouth stuff than I expected.
Mouth?
Mouth. There's more mouth stuff than I expected.
Wait, what do you mean?
There's like the girl who had to get her tooth removed.
Okay, I see.
A girl had to get a tooth removed, and apparently she still has it. A young woman, had to they pushed her to do dental surgery.
Yeah,
fucked her mouth all the way up.
She still has mouth problems,
and she didn't win.
Made that girl close her gap. She did not want to.
But I don't think did she fully close her gap?
I don't know if it was like completely closed, but it was like probably as close as it could be.
Because I remember she insisted not to, and I think she won that season.
She did, which would have been. They made her close her gap, and then she didn't win.
They made the other girl remove a tooth, and she didn't win.
Yeah,
she got the whole mush mouth for what?
Yeah.
For what? She still can't be a model because at the end of it, the thing that
it's incompatible.
One of the things that the models on this show, well, one thing that they talk about a lot in the documentary is how the models from the show were training to be, like the title says, America's next
top model. But
none of them really worked ever after that.
And also, like,
after the show was done, they weren't models.
The stuff that they were doing on the show was practically useless in the modeling world. Like the outrageous pictures they were taking. I think one woman was talking about how the pictures were practically useless to be used in a portfolio because these are not the kind of pictures that go into like a model portfolio. And I think we see how the nature of the show is incompatible with, at least what a model is in the modeling industry, and just how that one woman was like, I wasn't getting any modeling jobs because if I was on the runway or something, then they're just seeing me like, oh, hey, there's that girl from America's Next Top Model. And that's the designers want all the attention on the clothes and whatnot. I do think maybe that has changed a little bit just with how influencers and pop culture.
They mentioned that at the end of the documentary, how the show was a precursor to this modern social media, the influencer era, where people could just take photos of themselves, and now all of a sudden they have brand deals and now people see them using it.
And now we have like models who, I think of Anak Yoy, who's discovered in at Howard and whatnot, how she's like super famous. She's all over Instagram and social media, and she's heavily booked and heavily sought out in the modeling world. But, prior to, social media really being a thing in the way that we know it, being known in that kind of way, it's like, oh, no one was taking you seriously. So really they just built the show off of the dreams of all these girls who desperately wanted to be a model. And then they just threw them to the wolves after, and like the one woman, she was like, yeah, I'm just back at Walgreens. Also that was like an especially hard watch of the
the one with the sexual assault?
Yeah, with Shawnee.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I was
Shawnee?
right.
Shoddy?
It was Shawnee or Shani. I think it's Shawnee though. Shani.
Shandi.
Oh, Shandi, yes.
Shandi. All right, go ahead. Explain the Shandi thing.
Basically, they arranged for the women to be escorted by these Italian men on mopeds. This is when they were filming in Milan. And then they're actually like, hey, how about we call them back and they can all hang out. And, mind you, these girls are like, what, like 18, 22? Hanging out with these I don't know how old they were.
Grown
ass men,
adult men,
ingesting a lot of alcohol, which I'm like, liquor, it's kind of wild how they don't
wine that didn't come from them.
Nope, don't know what could have been in it.
Who
And
knows?
it was really gross how when it came to like being questioned about stopping it, the producer was like, well, we told them it was going to be a documentary. It almost felt like how you regard like a nature documentary. Like I remember watching nature documentaries when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, why don't they ever help the animals that are getting eaten and stuff? And it's like, oh, that's nature. You're just watching the hierarchy of animals in the world. So it felt very apathetic, like, oh, we're not going to intervene because we're just showing everything that's
I
happening.
disagree. Not because your assessment is wrong. I agree that it feels like there is a dehumanizing thing to it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the reality shows, including Next Top Model, they are produced, right?
Yeah.
There are producers that are actively manipulating things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? And so it's I think it is different in kind, even if they both capture a specific kind of distance from their subject.
I don't agree with that. That's what was happening.
Okay.
But when the producer Ken was speaking, and just like when asked about his reasonings for like not in, or why that wasn't seen as something to intervene, or like should that have been stopped, his whole reasoning he kept coming back to was like, we're treating it like a documentary.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. I understand what you mean now.
Yeah,
okay.
So when he was the way he was talking about it, I'm like, it didn't, yeah, it was very dehumanizing, and it's almost like, well, one, that's just not true. I don't think this is treated like a documentary at all.
I also think one of the things I had to remind myself is that this documentary too is produced. And so there's plenty of stuff behind like that. I'm sure that we'll never get the full like a clear picture on. But in this documentary, so much of it can be boiled down to different executives going, well, it's not my fault. Don't be mad at me.
Basically.
Don't be mad at me. No, you don't understand. That's how modeling was in 2003. Fault. Don't be mad at me. No, you don't understand. The viewers loved it. They begged for more. So don't be mad at me. You can't be mad at me. Right? I felt bad about it too. So we're both victims. You can't be mad at me. It's just a bunch of people trying to pass the buck to each other.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all these women are still like, that woman was sorry, spoilers for the Shondi thing. She eventually like gets taken home and has sex, was assaulted, and then she wants to call her boyfriend to like tell her what, because she like blacked out, and they're like, we'll only let you call your boyfriend if you let us film it.
Because at first they said, no, we're not going to let you call your boyfriend. But I'm sure some producers were talking like, actually, this is great television.
It'll be good content. It'd be really good content. Which I do think is, it captures something that has never went away. Right? Right? Like, there is a little bit of truth to Tyra Banks saying, well, the audience demanded it. One, after the fact. They liked it after the fact. You still chose to do it because you produced it in a way to sell it to as many people, right? But there is clearly a demand. There is an itch that is being scratched there, which now we would call content.
What is it? Is symbiotic the word? Like the parasitic relationship where it benefits?
Symbiotic would mean we both benefit.
Yeah, I think it is kind of symbiotic.
Who are the two parties that are both benefiting? The consumers
and the producers. I wouldn't say like the people on the show, honestly. No.
Okay. Wrong. There's a third, right? Because the people on the I keep saying wrong. You're not dumb. I'm disagreeing with you in a way that is
I guess I'm not addressing the third party.
We're still friends.
The third party, yeah.
They are not symbiotic with each other. They are both parasites of the third, which is these women that get assaulted and their teeth fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's also not to mention all the girls at home watching this, seeing them get assaulted and teeth fucked up, seeing that girl be called everything but a name of God because she's a size 6.
I actually someone because I made a post when I was watching the documentary because I thought the very first lines of the documentary, I was like, huh? Because they said something along the lines of how, basically saying America's Not Next Top Model was known for its bodily diversity or something along those lines. And I was like, because, at least growing up, that's not what I thought of it as. There are some moments where there were like women who were not completely stick thin, but for the most part,
and then they dogged him out.
Yeah, the girl who they're like, they made it seem like she was eating like 3 bagels back to back.
So with the editing, it was produced.
Yeah. And then someone replied to my post and was like, yeah, I was basically obsessed with trying to make myself as thin as like the plus size models that were on the show. Cause it was like, oh, if this is like the ideal for like non-thin, I need to like make myself fit into this image. And just knowing how many eating disorders were triggered around this
directly.
Yeah. And then the fact that there was a resurgence of eating disorders being re-triggered when it got rediscovered during COVID times. I'm like, whoa, this is.
And that goes into what I was going to say too, where it's like, I think the itch that America's Next Top Model scratches, we're still having scratched now. Because the way that in the beginning of that first episode, we were like, where they were talking about the pitch of the show, how America's Next Top Model is meant to be real world where they all live together, but then also American Idol where they're competing against each other, right? I know the competition part technically isn't it, but it reminded me of Streamer University. Do you remember that whole debacle?
I do remember it was supposed to become a thing. I don't know if it ever took off. I'm not informed.
It happened. So if anyone doesn't remember, I think, was it 2024? Was it 2 years ago now? 2 years ago. Kai Cenat, who has now since retired.
Oh, he retired? I didn't know that.
He was retired from streaming because he wants to do fashion. He wants to be a fashion designer.
Oh, cute.
I'm pretty sure he's using AI to like do a bunch of the stuff on her.
We were doing so good with his reading.
I have no proof of that. But he threw together a thing called Streamer University, where the top streamers, or they rented out a campus, and people like they would do lottery tickets for like low. What's the word? Like low viewer, low subscriber streamers to live on campus for like, a couple of weeks, I guess. And top tier streamers would like teach classes on the industry. And it was like poorly done, and there were a lot of little things, and I'm sure more stuff is still gonna come out over the next few years for like people finding out that they were like assaulted or something, right? It's this whole thing where it was all of these people, predominantly Black, content creators. I don't know why I'm doing that. They were content creators recording every second of every day of their own lives, including the parts of them getting in trouble, the parts of them being hurt, the parts of them crying and being stressed out to sell, because the only thing that really matters is big number go up. And to see the Top Model documentary, to see all of these people go like, oh, I had no control over like, who knew all these people trying to, you can't be mad at me, as if you guys aren't just trying to make big number go up.
Yeah.
That's what it was for. You sacrificed these people.
And you saw how nobody was safe. No one is safe at the end of it.
No one is safe. Go ahead.
Like, honestly, of course, I was not watching by this point, so I had no idea that they fired Nigel and the Jays.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Miss J?
Yes, Miss J,
Yeah,
and also
like
the other
halfway through
J.
its tenure,
Yeah.
they fired the 3 hosts that were there for like a
Right.
decade at that point.
Side note,
And it's like the new the way that the documentary described it, the UPN got a new president, and the president was like, "Hey,
we gotta
the
switch things up.
views are declining, like they're starting to plateau. It's not going to be the hottest thing ever. Eventually this number is going to go down." Right? And so the first thing they do is fire the 3 hosts as a way to like shake things up, right? Oh, everyone's going to come back
Which is
to
interesting.
see it. Also, it's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie. There was no, I highly doubt anyone over there genuinely, I think that was the rhetoric that they put out. Like, we fired them to shake things up to get more viewers. No, they fired them because they were too expensive. And they wanted to pay less for the judges and slowly milk, like, we know the show has a due date, so we're going to just make it bad on purpose so we can save money from the thing that's going to end eventually. One of my least favorite thing about the documentary is that they feigned that as if it were personal. And like, don't get me wrong, they were kind of friends. There was some personal stuff to it. But it was purely, if we cut you, we'll have this much more money to go to big number. Which will diminish, but the whole thing's going to diminish anyway. But
I think Tyra was just good for the storyline of it all. Like, Tyra, the evil top model queen, has fired her closest confidants, which they obviously weren't. I mean, she even visited Miss J in a hospital. Like, I don't think they were. They were cool or whatever, but it's like, oh, you're on a show. Mass produced for the public. That's really probably the extent of your friendship, you know.
I do want to ask, because as we were talking about the like parasiticness of it, there were some things that were net positives. Like, what's her name in the first season? Ebony?
Yeah.
To see this, like, even though they dogged her the fuck out, to see this dark-skinned lesbian on TV,
I was like, she's still beautiful.
Had to have been a big deal for some people, right? The impact that show had to the cultural zeitgeist is unmistakable, and some positives had to come out of it, right? So, in general, as a whole, pros and cons. Is America's Next Top Model worth it?
I think
my gut says no. My gut says no, because these women were harmed.
Yeah.
And it's
I feel like there are good things we could take from it, you know, but just considering all the women harmed in the way, I think it's just, we have to give an overarching no. But I think it's okay to acknowledge the, you know, the good things that did come out of it, you know?
Yeah. I think that's the best way to describe it, right? It's valuable to take the good things from the bad thing. And as a whole, it was a net negative despite specific positives.
Yes.
Totally. Final thoughts on the America's Next Top Model documentary.
I like the little tidbit they threw in at the end where they were showing what the different former contestants were up to and whatnot. I was like, oh, it's nice hearing about the other things people are doing, like the lady who made like an ice cream company and whatnot, and the travels the world selling ice cream. I'm like, I'm glad.
Didn't Tyra Banks also make an ice cream company?
Yes, I remember she made a joke about Tyra stealing her idea.
Right. Okay. I thought that was a real thing that happened. Yeah.
Oh,
and
she
did
Banks
lives in Australia now.
She could have really stolen her idea. I don't know.
Hey.
Like, but I was
I don't remember much of Tyra Banks personally. I didn't watch the show. My most the biggest exposure that I have to her really is I really liked what is the movie where she was a doll
Life
and then she
Size.
turned into
Yes,
Life
I used to
Size?
love that movie.
I love that movie. And that's kind of my exposure to Tyra Banks. That's what I know her from mostly. And I knew that the show existed.
It's a very peaceful way to know her.
It looked like obviously they got her to talk for the documentary. And if she's doing that, there's something she gains.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, I'm assuming the hope is not hopefully, I'm assuming her hope is some sort of reparative read, some assumed rehabilitation, as if it was like, sorry, just the modeling and the TV world got to me, and I hurt all those poor girls, but I'm good now. Don't be mad at me. Right? And I just gotta say, like, don't be fooled, I guess. Like, she knew what she was doing. They all knew what they were kind of doing. Even the people that were hurt by the end, even the other contestants that were like, wow, she really cucked me out of my own show. Yeah, but you all signed up to beat and break these women on national television. To vampirically suck their lives and potential from them
and dream
to then to consume their dreams the way the wealthy consume meat, right? I don't that's not a thing. That's not a, you know what I mean. Pretend that was a more profound metaphor.
It's giving Dementors.
Genuinely, to siphon the essence from these women and to throw back what's left.
I think even also, I feel like it resonates a lot with me more just how bad it was and just how young they were now that I'm like 27.
Yeah. I think about that all the time when I watch any kind of reality TV.
Yeah.
Right? Because like the new Love is Blind season just started, and I'm not I haven't watched it. I've seen the first half of the first episode, and I was like, man, this is just as boring as all the rest. But it's this season they were a little older. There's a lot of 30s this season. Maybe because everyone in Ohio is old and kind of lame. Maybe is what that is. But still, but besides this one, it's hard for me to watch a lot of reality TV without thinking, man, this is a child. You were a teenager a year ago, 2 years ago. You are young.
Hell, even watching, the 22-year-olds I see on Love Island and even on UK where you can be like 18, 19, 20. I'm like, you don't need to be on a TV show in your most formative years.
I've never seen Love Island, but I'm assuming it scratches the same itch as America's Next Top Model.
Yeah, it scratches a certain itch, and it's like in the same way America's Next Top Model is a competition, Love Island also is technically a competition, though I think in the same way it does.
It is?
Yeah, because your aim is to win the cash prize at the end.
Oh.
Which is dependent on how the public
do challenges?
They do have challenges. It varies. Like they even have like a season dedicated purely to competing, like in the games, like Love Island games. I would say most of the normal seasons aren't super challenge heavy, but it depends on like how much your fellow islanders like you and also how much the public likes you. So honestly, it's very psychological. Sometimes it feels like I'm watching a psychological thriller versus a love show. Honestly, I would say like it's more psychological thriller than love show, if I'm being honest.
Is it on now?
Love Island All Stars is on. So the regular season premieres in the summer, but they have like
I'm assuming because of context clues. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. This season is the winners from previous seasons?
Not winners, but there are some winners.
Oh, it's not even the winners?
Anyone who's been on Love Island before can be on All Stars.
So these people went on the show and then had like it. What happens to them, and then they go, more, please.
Yep. I will say.
But I guess a lot of people I like the reason that I marked the difference in like eras of media earlier is that like at least in the beginning of America's Next Top Model, people went on the show wanting to do the job of model.
Yeah, I will say
right? They were wanting to work in the career.
I would say the same even could be said for Love Island. I think when the very few seasons at the very beginning, there was probably a lot more people who were like, okay, I ultimately want to find someone to couple up with. But I think with just how American Next Top Model, how the era's changed and social media becomes a thing, we see the influx of like influencers who want their influencer career to pop off. So they're like, oh, I'm gonna go on Love Island. And it works for some people. Like we're seeing how it worked for like Alandria and stuff. Like love her. She's very beautiful, very, very model. She photographs amazingly. So, you know, it works for some people, but then I'm like, ooh, there's that. And then there's like the people who will kind of be known as like a bit forever or like a bunch of memes. Like I think of like Huda from last season. I'm sure you've heard her.
I know the names Huda and Alandria. But yeah. I know what Alandria looks like because I see her like more now. But I don't know what Huda looks like except that she's also the one that's like, I'm a mom. Mamacita or whatever.
Mamacita?
Yeah. That's all I know. And apparently she's like a stripper or something, allegedly. I have no image of what this person is. I just know those two things about her.
No comment on Huda. I don't know.
Okay. No comment on Huda.
I don't know.
Two, I do want to like after school special a little bit. As content creators, what are the good and the bad we can learn from something like America's Next Top Model?
I don't know why my first thought was something fucking corny.
Be corny.
Like, stay true to yourself.
Just be true to your heart. What is that song?
Be true to your heart. But also like kinda like I think Tyra, I think about how like money probably, as young Nudie, a prophet once said, look what the money make your bitch do. That could be said for a lot of people. It's not just Tyra. I never want to think like, wow, I'm doing this to get money.
I don't think that was corny. I think that was that was poignant, right?
Yeah.
Don't succumb to the money of it all, for sure.
Yeah.
I also think when it comes to the good, like there is value in pushing for things like representation.
Yes.
In the face of the industry that doesn't want it, right?
Because she did
like that is good.
She did do that.
But do it from a position of love and affection and curiosity, as opposed to the hoes gonna love this. Like cha-ching, right? Like that's I think that those are two big ones.
Yes. These are good takeaways. Yeah.
Good takeaways. And while you guys take that away, Lee, where can they find us?
You can find us on any place that they have podcasts. And if you can't find us there, then tell us, because we will be there just for you. But you can also find us on TikTok.
Because from my point, you did the like I'm looking at you eyes or finger thing.
At you, but not the.
But it was just at me, and I'm like, nigga, I know, I'm here. I know where to find us. What the fuck?
It's for all my baby girls out there.
Baby girl.
I don't know where my
let me see you dance. Let me see you twirl. Okay, sorry. Where can they find us?
Podcast.
Anywhere can find podcast.
TikTok.
You got it.
I don't know if I could do Instagram shit, y'all. I'm sorry.
All right, well then fuck Instagram. We hate Instagram now. If you have the disposable income to afford it, $5 a month on Patreon gives you access to our after show office hours, where it's the pod after the pod. We're a little looser, a little riskier. We consume a little legal substance, and just have a good time. And I'll put a little trailer for that right here. This is just gonna be us talking about the 2010s white YouTube rapper era.
I'm like, how do we think of it? now versus then, being a white rapper.
It's corny, but I don't think it was abnormally corny. Like, I think a lot of shit was just as corny. They just happened to be white and rapping. Because, like, this was also the years that Gambino was really started his fame, and that was the corniest nigga of all. That's King Corn. That's what that is. I love him down. Love him down. Corny ass nigga. So if you can afford it, go and send something our way. If not, or until we see you, please like, comment, subscribe the video, and stay black, stay nerdy, and read books.
Black books.
If there's one more week of Black History Month. That book better be black, motherfucker. I'm coming.
Use that time wisely.